Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Daniel's son. Wax on, wax off. I am super stoked. Today is December 24th. One more day. Tomorrow is Christmas, and I am absolutely excited and happy about that because I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite day of the year, and the closer it gets to Christmas, the more excited I get and the happier I get. As a matter of fact, I'm off work tomorrow, and I have big plans. I have huge plans. I'm going to sleep late or sleep as long as I want to. I'm going to get up, maybe eat some breakfast. Um, I'm going to go back to bed. I'm going to surround myself with all my books. I'm going to start playing music and read and listen to music all day long. Um, I'll probably be listening to everything and reading everything. I'll probably be listening to some jazz, maybe like a Sade. I might be listening to something like a early 80s metal, thrash metal. Um, I probably will be listening to some classic and opera, just all kinds of stuff. I'll probably be reading all kinds of books. I'll probably like take turns reading books. But I'm going to have a blast. It sounds a little bit boring, but that's what I like to do now. Um, So tell me what you're going to do, just out of curiosity. Are you going to like stay at home or are you going to go visit anybody or do any traveling? Tell me what you're going to do and what you're going to do when you get there. Or if you stay at home, what are you going to do? Anyway, on to my review. I wanted to talk about this fragrance. I've had it for about 2 weeks. And I think last night, I think that it was the eighth time that I wore this. It is called um, it is called Candy Cloud by Making Sense. I wish my camera would focus a little bit better because I really like the artwork and the design of the label that they have on this. Um, super, super snug metal cap. This is a 17 mil. I love this atomizer because you can control how the fragrance comes out by depending on how hard you spray. If you mash down really hard on the atomizer, it comes out as a mist. And if you spray just a little bit, it comes out more of a stream. So you can actually, I smell that from here, man. This smells good. But I like the atomizer because you can control how the fragrance comes out, mist or stream or like a little bit in between. I like that. Let me give you a little bit of information about this before I tell you what I smell. And it smells good. I can smell it. Um, this is Extrait de Parfum, which is super high concentration of fragrant oils or essential oils. Um, I believe the eau de toilette is the concentration is 5 to 10%, I believe, and the eau de parfum is like 15 to 20, and extrait parfum is anywhere from like 15, no, 20 to 40%. So this is like um, super potent juice. This is Making Sense interpretation of a very famous fragrance, a very well loved fragrance in the fragrance community called BR 540 Eau de Parfum by Mason Francis Kirkjohn. This is their interpretation of that, which is a very expensive fragrance. Um, they have on their website, this is listed as a warm, spicy, fresh, spicy, and woody. Top notes is jasmine, saffron, orange, marigold. Heart notes is ambergris and Evernol. Evernol, I think, is a synthetic. It's supposed to represent evergreen tree, I believe. Base notes to this is cedar, fir resin, and ambergris. Now, we'll sort of get rid of the um, note list because most of the time when I describe a fragrance, a lot of the notes listed I do not get. And there's a lot of stuff that I do get that's not even listed in the note breakdown. So I'm just going to tell you what I smell, and the best way I can describe this fragrance is the main thing about this fragrance is this is a very sweet fragrance. It's a lot of people describe, when they describe BR 540, they talk about cotton candy, they talk about sugar, um, that kind of sweetness. That's what this is to me. And I was thinking about how I was going to describe this last night. And one of the things that I thought of was, imagine the taste of brown sugar in your mouth. Imagine that taste. We'll transfer that taste over into a fragrance or a smell. That's what part of this fragrance is the taste of brown sugar, except in smell form. I do get a cotton candy. I get like a burnt sugar. I get like a caramelized caramel, um, that kind of sweetness. And it's very sweet. But the thing I like about this is I have a lot of sweet gourmand fragrances that are really syrupy and thick. And you have to be really careful on a lot of those because they can get very cloying and they can like choke people out because they're so syrupy, sweet, and thick. This actually is not like that. Um, this is very, very sweet, gourmand sweet, but it's not a thick, syrupy sweet. It's more of a light sweetness, like sugar and brown sugar and caramelized caramel. Um, as a matter of fact, every time I wear this, I fill up a room. I'm in my living room right now, and I think probably the whole living room is this smell right here, just from those like two little sprays. But it's not a kind of sweetness that will choke anybody out. It's a very pleasant sweetness, except it just projects very well. Very, very pleasant smell. So it's that kind of gourmand sweetness. Something else that I get in this fragrance, I do get the saffron that comes in the mid, and woods that come in the mid. And I'm glad that they do, because that saffron and those woods balance that sweetness out. It sort of brings that sweetness down a little bit and adds a little bit more depth and maturity to this fragrance. It balances out the sweetness a little bit with something else different. Um, so that works extremely well together. It keeps it from being too feminine, and it makes it more of a unisex fragrance. There's something else that I get a big dose of in this fragrance, which I love. It makes it even better. Is I get a big dose of ambroxan, which is one of my favorite like accords or notes, because um, I have molecule O2, and it is nothing but straight up ambroxan, and that is one of the most sexy fragrances that I have in my entire collection. Ambroxan to me is like a sweet, musky scent. It is very sweet and musky and sexy, and this has a bunch of that in there to me. So this is a combination of like a brown sugar caramel sweetness, balanced out with saffron and woods, and then it has that dose of ambroxan to just like make this straight up sexy. This would be perfect on it, like a date or something like that, or even like clubbing. I don't do either of those, but I'm just thinking to myself that would be perfect for something like this. But this is actually very versatile, because even the sweetness is not going to choke anybody out. So you can wear this anytime you want to, like day or night, any season. It doesn't matter. And I think this would be good for any age, like young, middle aged, older people. This is actually an excellent fragrance. I was really surprised when I started wearing this, and I was like, this is freaking awesome. Um, this is I'll put the link in the description on where you can get this if you want to check it out. Um, I actually wrote down, this is a 17 mil, and this will actually last me for a very long time because this is very concentrated, so I don't need much of it. But this is $20. I can't believe that. It's $20. You can get a 30 mil for 30 bucks, and you can get a 50 mil, which would last me years, for $45. So the price is like excellent. The quality is excellent. I love the smell. I love the accord. So this is like a straight up legit fragrance. Um, I wish I could compare it to BR 540 Eau de Parfum, but I do not have that. So I just had to do a review on this, like a standalone review. But I'm really impressed. As a matter of fact, I got a couple of fragrances from Making Sense from Michael, and I'm going to start wearing this tonight. I picked this one out of his website. It's Havana Oud, which really, really piqued my interest. And if that is as good as this one, then I'm going to be a big fan of this house. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this review, and I hope y'all have a good Christmas tomorrow, and let me know what you're going to do. So anyway, I love you guys, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.